Hello, baseball fans, if there's any baseball fans left right now. This is Rich from thepit.com. So today's market move report is about Christian Yelich. So Christian Yelich's 2010 Bowman draft card, in particular, his first Bowman draft card. This card has been picking up some steam recently. This is a card that was hovering around the $5 to $6 range for a while. It started creeping up towards $7. It's been selling pretty well on eBay and on the pit. And of course, Yelich is probably, if you're looking for one player to invest in right now, I would say Yelich is a pretty good bet. And of course, Yelich has been around for a while. So Yelich, of course, the Brewers star, just signed a 9-year contract with the Brewers for about $24 million a year. Last year, he had a breakout year, 44 home runs with a .329 batting average. So he also had 30 stolen bases as well. So obviously a huge season for Christian. 2018, he also had a breakout year. Of course, not quite up to his 2019 standards, but he had 36 home runs, 110 RBIs, and 22 stolen bases, all career highs, with a .282 batting average, which was not a career high, but still plenty good. So the projections do see Yelich coming back to earth a little bit. And keep in mind that these projections were for a full 162-game season. So obviously we're not going to see these kind of numbers this year. But, prorated, if they end up even playing 60 games this year, you can well expect him to have that, 35 to 40 home run power, sort of 100 RBI, but obviously be a little bit less than that. It'll probably be, you basically can cut these numbers about in half for, basically if you can hit 20 home runs this year, it's probably going to be an outstanding season. We're not going to be seeing a lot of the typical numbers. But, Yelich has been around a while. He's an established player. He's been a full-time player since 2014 with the Marlins. So, if you're looking for a guy to invest in who, he's pretty much getting up into that superstar echelon. But in the hobby, his cards are still relatively cheap compared to, others of his contemporaries. He's only 28 years old. He's a good bet to have again another strong year. If he can put up, that rate of production, just the rate of production that the projections thinks he'll reach. He's obviously a very good buy at $7. His Chrome card is in the $19 to $20 range, and of course his Chrome card is much rarer than the paper draft card. But so Yelich definitely looks like a good buy right now. And as I've said before, $20 is sort of a really good starting place. So if you're looking to, buy into a player, any player, $20 is a good place to start. So you can buy one of his Chrome cards, or you can buy about 3 of his paper cards. Most people that I've talked to, when it comes to Bowman versus Bowman Chrome, most people would prefer the Chrome to the draft, to the base draft. But there are other people that would prefer to hold, say, 10 of these rather than 3 of the Chrome, and I can understand that. But the Chrome, the reason people like the Chrome more is that the potential for return on investment is much higher with the Chrome than the base card. So that's just a little quick look at Yelich. What do you guys think? The thing is, with players actually still coming up with COVID symptoms and testing positive for the virus, it's hard to say. Are they even going to get in 60 games this year? Is there even going to be a playoff series? And as we've seen in the card market, people are being pretty cautious about baseball in general. But if you're gonna buy any player right now, current player, I would say that Yelich is probably about as safe as you can get. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. I'm not necessarily advocating you to go out and buy this card. I'm not saying you should buy this card, but as a general rule, if you're looking to get into baseball, back into baseball cards, I would definitely consider guys like Yelich that have been around, 5 or 6 years and have proven that they can perform at a high level. So yep, take care, guys. I hope to hear your picks for this baseball season when it comes to sports cards, or are you even collecting baseball right now and just focusing instead on older players, past players, basketball and football or whatnot? Love to hear your thoughts. Love to get some feedback on what you think is worth looking into right now. Take care, everybody, and happy collecting.